Soccer 605, we're here with Coach Clay Glasgow of the Dakota Wesleyan University women's soccer team. Thanks for joining us today on Soccer 605.
You're most welcome. Thank you guys for coming down.
Oh, and and thank you for letting us into this beautiful media room. This is amazing. I kind of feel like we're on ESPN, or ESPN should feel like they're on Soccer 605, right?
Yeah, we just get this done this summer, and they added this room, so it's great for athletes when they come with their parents to have this room designed just for signing.
Sure.
I haven't had anyone yet, so hopefully soon.
Well, you'll be getting some. I want to talk a little bit about that a little bit later, but first let's talk about the season you guys have had. Didn't quite get as far as you wanted, as always. I don't know if there's as far as anybody wants to go unless you win the national.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about the season. How did it go for you? What were your expectations? I know you had some injury issues.
Coming back, starting the season, it was a challenge in the sense of, with the injuries we had, and we had, at some point in time, 13 players rostered to play a game.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not quite enough.
No, it's not right.
Not if you want everybody to give 100%.
We had 4 girls at one time all sat out with concussion injuries.
Wow.
I have coached a lot of teams and I've never had that happen on one particular team.
Yeah.
So that was quite an adjustment and experience. And unfortunately, some girls had us to make some critical decision with the advice of a doctor whether to continue to play or further, with the chances of playing and hurting themselves more. So they had us to make a decision, and for which I support them with regards to their health. So it was a tough season in that sense, but nevertheless, the girls and them, they trained hard, they played hard. And I think at the end of the day, I look at my last couple of games in the season. It was exciting to watch because you could have seen where the team was just starting to come along together. And it's a new team, it's a new program. This is my second year, and it's a process. It does take a lot of time.
Yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, right?
No. Certainly not soccer teams too.
It does take a while to build a team, and then you got to keep things going. So it's unfortunate you had those injury issues, but you're right. When players have an injury like that, a concussion, or something to that effect, you've got to make some decisions in your best interest for the long term.
Definitely, and they're back now, and they're surely excited to get things started in January. Give them the rest of the year off to focus on school and get the grades up, and so everybody, and they got to heal mind, body, and spirit.
That's right. Yeah, and when the body gets hurt, the spirit kind of sometimes feels the pain as well. So who are some of the players that really stood out for you? I know that everyone had to work hard with your shortage of players this year with the injuries, but I'm sure there were a few that really stood up and worked hard for you.
You look back at our last year team, and one person, you can automatically call her name was Megan. We didn't have a Megan Johnson this year. You look at our team this year, collectively, we didn't have just one person that scored a lot of goals, for which I think, in my opinion, is a good thing. Collectively, we had 5 freshmen starting at one point in time. I thought Cece Snyder, our goalkeeper, she's a sophomore. I look back at some of the games she had last year and some of the mistakes she was doing last year, and oh my gosh, she has really, really improved. I'm so proud of that young woman.
And she kind of had baptism by fire last year.
She has really, really, really stepped up and be a leader on and off the field. Off the field, she's an RA. So she's taking care of the students in the dorm, and on the field, the girls and them, I've really, really appreciate her leadership role, and we're talking about sophomores, so it's really, really great to see her.
I never thought about that, but if you're looking for a good RA, a goalkeeper would be great. Because they're used to taking care of a whole bunch of girls.
Right. Yeah. Well, she, the school loves her. She does a really good job. And she does her best. She gives you her best.
Yeah.
Nothing halfway, or she just does her best. And I know it's it's a testimonial to her hard work too. On and off the field. And during the season, she will always come out about 30 minutes prior to practice. And, sometimes I get a text, she's like, Clay, can I come out earlier? And, we can work on, some block shots or foot movements or reaction saves and that kind of stuff. So I'm really happy for her.
That's great. Great that she's been able to fit into that role better and better.
Yep.
So how about some of the upperclassmen?
We lost 4 seniors, Miranda Ehrenfield from Pierre, South Dakota, Lexi Weil from Wyoming, Ali Blow from Pierre, and Ashley Buckman from Brandon Valley. And those 4 girls, they have been here longer than me.
Yeah, they have.
They have been here longer than me, and as any coach, entering a new program, taking over a program, one of the concerns is that how much will the players that you met there, how much will they buy into your system?
Yeah.
And I tell you what, from day one, those girls I didn't have a problem with them,
Great.
They really buy into what I'm about in this program, and I'm going to surely miss them, and I know the team going to miss them. And they have played, hard every minute,
Yeah.
And it's they have been in the program for 4 years, as I say, and they have been here when the program was as its best. When the program was on a decline, and and then we, goal is to get it back on top, and I think they helped started that process today. So we're gonna surely miss them, and then our junior. Need some water?
Yeah, let's take a quick break. Come back and finish talking about those girls, and I can get something for this tickle in my throat.
Yep.
You've worked hard all year. I need you to dig down deep today, because today, everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Everybody plays.
Play. When we first learned to work together, it was through play. We learned social skills, give and take, freedom and teamwork through play. There's no age limit on play, no skill level required. Play It Again Sports knows play. We buy and sell new and quality used sports and fitness equipment for less, so everybody can play.
Come on, let's play.
You bet I play.
Now it's time to play.
Play It Again Sports.
Play It Again Sports.
Play It Again Sports.
The official sponsor of
All those that play.
Welcome back, folks. We're here with Coach Clay Glasgow of Dakota Wesleyan University women's soccer team. We're talking a little bit about the team this year. So we talked a little bit about the seniors. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other players that contributed this year.
It was really interesting dynamics this year. A really young team in the sense that we had 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores.
Wow.
Wow. So you have what is that? 4, there are 10 players.
That's 10 right there.
And the rest of them was freshmen.
Wow.
So you know what? But the seniors did a really good job of incorporating the younger players and getting everybody involved. Again, for this being my second year, and coming to a new program and changing the philosophy, the culture of the program, and having those seniors buy into that, and they in return carrying along that to those freshmen. And it's always a challenge, but I think so far the upperclassmen have been doing a really, really great job of that. So I'm pretty excited, and we finish off the season. Now time off, catch back up in school. We're gonna start back up in January, getting strong and playing indoors, and be back in the fall.
Yeah. Well, Coach Glasgow, you have a pretty good reputation. I know this is only your second year here, but from coaching high school soccer and a winning tradition at Roosevelt with the girls program there, you have a reputation for building a strong soccer culture with the team.
Thank you.
So, you can't expect to have it all done by your second year, right?
Well, if you ask those girls, they're probably going to tell you yes.
But it does take a little time.
It does, and to be honest with you, for me personally, I don't go into a situation or a program, I should say, thinking that, okay, in 2 years, in 4 years, I want to be here, I want to be there. I want it done this year, I want it done next year, and that's the expectation that I have, and I have on the players. So I think it's yes, in reality, it's a process, and you got to be mindful of that. But I feel that with the caliber of players that I'm looking to bring in and change this program, I think we're going to surprise some people how soon we can do this.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And speaking of that, I'm sure you've been out there on the recruiting trail, talking to some new players.
Yes. And again, we're going to bring in. I'm looking to bring in about 15 players. Next year going to be a huge recruiting class for us.
Wow.
And next year, again, you look at the injury problems we had this year, and I tell myself I don't want to repeat that.
Right.
And
those were primarily concussion. What?
Yeah, concussion. I mean, primary concussion.
Were they head-to-head contact concussions?
Head-to-head. Our goalkeeper hit the post. I mean, she would make a save, and I mean, injuries are predictable. We've got great trainers, and they follow the protocols, and and they get back on the field. In a week, 2 weeks, some of them 2 weeks, some of them 3 weeks, some of them a week. So it depends on the nature of the injury. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm having some good responses from kids in South Dakota. And we head into Kansas this weekend.
For GSI?
For the GSI.
You'll see some South Dakota kids there.
Yes, I will. Actually, some of them might reach out to me, kind of give me, inviting me to some of the games and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And any of them have said we'd have the stats on Soccer 605. They will be on there by this weekend.
Okay.
So I know some of the girls have been saying they wanted to have those stats to share with some coaches, and I know you're one of the coaches.
That's great. Coaches always like to see that, and the main thing, when you go into these events, especially to be seen by college coaches, emailing these college coaches, inviting them to your games.
Send you the schedule.
Very, very important.
Your jersey number, the color jersey.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
Don't be like I have red in my hair and that kind of stuff.
I've seen those where they email in and say, I'm going to be at this tournament. I hope you come and watch me play.
You're right. Yeah.
And all you have is their name.
Occasionally you get some emails like that, and you got to reply back and ask for more information. But I'm excited. I think this group I'm looking to bring in gonna be a talented group. Gonna be, for the student players I have in the program right now, it would only challenge them. It creates a competitive environment, and that's what you want, and that's how a program is heading in the right direction.
Yeah. And with as much room as you have on your roster for this upcoming recruiting class, you're probably looking for all positions, aren't you?
Yeah, all position.
Yeah. So it's not you're only looking for a left forward and a right defender.
I had the only position that I'm really not looking for is a goalkeeper. I had
But you probably wouldn't turn down another good one, maybe.
I got two good. I got CC, who's only
Yes.
a sophomore,
Right.
And Tamika Anderson from
that's-
Roosevelt
yeah.
High School, So
You got two
and
good goalkeepers.
She can be a freshman coming in, so you have a freshman and a sophomore.
Probably an off year for goalkeepers.
You can't get any more younger than that,
Yeah.
But I'm excited about those two. But yes, depth is the key for next year. Depth in the defending, midfield, forwards. So yeah, you're right. In every single position, I mean,
Yeah.
and I like to go too deep in every single position. So
what's the main quality you're looking for in players and recruits?
With different coaches, you ask different, every coach have their own, depending on the style and the philosophy and stuff like that. The first thing on the academic side of it, with us being a private institution, you got to be in good academic standings, to even get into the school and be eligible for some of the majors and stuff like that. So you got to be in good academic standing.
And that helps during the season.
Definitely.
If academics are not a real problem for you, because
Yeah.
you're pretty busy in the season.
Yeah, then you got to be eligible, and I always tell my players and them, first and foremost, you're a student athlete. So it's always good when you're recruiting kids and they have that behind them, that academic side of it, and you hope and you believe that they will just continue to maintain that. But yeah, and then for me personally, the comfort level on the ball, the touches, having a high soccer IQ, those are some of the qualities I look for in the players.
Yeah.
But I think when I look at the high school, I've been able to watch a couple games this year. The quality of really gotten a lot better in South
Hasn't it,
Dakota.
though?
Really.
Across the board.
I mean, you look at the Watertown and some of those teams that you took for granted, 5-6 years ago. Now you really got to go and check out those teams.
Yeah.
So that is great. And those small town, those coaches, they're doing a great job. And I think part of the process too is that there's so much more opportunities for these kids.
Right.
And they're doing more in the winter. They're traveling and they're getting out, playing games.
There's indoor tournaments almost every weekend all winter long.
And I think with the notion of to get better, in order to get better, you got to play more. With that being said, I think kids are doing that more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean soccer. For me, my philosophy with this program I'm trying to establish is the fact that I'm trying to recruit within, develop that excitement, in Mitchell and in the surrounding city, Sioux Falls, West River, and then probably go outside.
Yeah. Well, what a great campus you have here.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I was sharing earlier with Coach Desai, I know the campus has been here since like 1890 something.
Yep.
Here at Mitchell, one of the oldest private
Yes,
college
it is,
universities in the state, probably the first actual university. And it wasn't quite that long ago, but quite a while back I was here for Girls State.
Really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And the campus has changed a lot. But some of those old traditions and the older buildings are still here, along with the innovative new high-tech buildings.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
That's really, really exciting. And that's one of the factors that really certified me of taking this job. Is the campus and how close-knit the campus is, staff, faculty, the students population. And you look and see what the campus, what we are doing. We got a new gymnasium going to be open in January.
Excited for that.
Oh, I'm super excited about that. And everybody going to have so much practice time too. There's like 10 teams fighting for that, open spot out here. So having that as an addition, that'd be great. For all the teams and all the coaches. I think that will only make our programs better. Be good for recruiting too as well.
And your new science building.
Oh,
that's
I love that
beauty.
place. I love that place. The school. They do a really good job of just continuing to be innovative. You know, building new stuff and seeking new avenues, just to get better.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a great attribute to a school.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I don't think every school in the state has a college president, university president who is soccer involved. As President Novak is here. So you got a strong supporter in soccer there, don't you?
You know, I in my interview here, you know, I interviewed with her. And I didn't realize that, you know, she got so much soccer background.
Yeah, her kids are very active.
And, you know, I mean, we talk a lot about soccer, you know, and she's very knowledgeable about the game.
Were you a little surprised by that?
I was. Then she's like, Clay, don't worry. I won't coach at the side, or I wouldn't tell you what to do or anything like that. So I was like, good to know. But no, she has been really supportive, and not just soccer. I mean, you know, all the athletics team and stuff like that. And, you know, and you look around. I mean, you know, soccer is not the #1 sport. Let's face it, in South Dakota. You know.
Well,
so the
we won't tell everybody that it really is. But.
You know. In terms of support and stuff like that, you know, it's always great when you look at the sidelines and you see, you know, your president and your athletic director, you know, supporting you and supporting the team and supporting the program. And I tell you what, you know, every game, I mean, we have, you know, Kurt Hart, John Hart, or Amy, or faculty member, or some of the coaches have been really, really great. You know, staff support and faculty have been awesome. But yeah, Amy comes up to the game, and you know, she but you know what, she sits and just watches it and enjoy it.
She just watches and enjoys.
She just watches and enjoys.
Maybe Ken's doing a little coaching there along the side.
Yeah. Well, and you know, Ken is involved in high school too.
He's a coach.
He's busy too as well. So yeah, they I mean, all her kids, I mean, they're all in soccer. You know.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching them play.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you taking time with us to keep us updated and let us know what's going on. Now, the one thing I want to make sure we cover in here is if a player's out there and interested in coming to Dakota Wesleyan or has questions about the soccer program, how do they get in touch with you, Coach Glasgow?
You know, it's easy. One, you go on dww.edu, athletic website, and you can get all my information there. Best way to probably reach me is email. And you know, you go down that route first, and then I will get back in touch with you as early as I can be. I will get back in touch with you. You know, and if you happen to play club soccer, or you're going to college showcase, you can go on those particular college showcases, and most of the time I'm listed to attend some of those college coaches, so you'll know if I'm at a college coach college showcase or not. So you can reach out to me and let me know, you know, your schedule, and I'll be more than happy to come and watch some of your games and stuff like that. So
and you probably have other staff that are going when you can't go. So. Well,
you know, right now my grad assistant, she graduated. Hillary Dreyer, she graduated in the.
She's graduated. Is she still here, or is she gone?
She graduated in December, so she just got about what, 3 more weeks.
What a treat to have Hillary Dreyer as your grad assistant.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job, and you know, her sisters plays as well too as well. So right now I'm a one-man crew, you know.
Okay.
But you know, I think, you know, if you really want to get a hold of us, is again, go up on the website. It's dww.edu.com. So you can go on the website, click sports, women's soccer, and you get all my information there. You're going to learn a lot about the program, the history of the program. You know, you can go and see the team and where the players from and all that stuff. And you got my biography there, so you can know more about me and stuff like that. So
when we first met you, you were playing for the Spitfire.
Yes. Time to remind me how old I'm getting now, you know.
It really isn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Well, by my age, by the athletes you're recruiting, maybe it seems a long time ago.
Yes, you know, and you know, it's really, really fascinating when you have, you know, because I coach in the club now, and you coach, you know, U16, U17 girls, and they come up to you and they tell you after practice, Coach, I have a hat home that you signed for me when I came to watch one of, it's like,
Wow.
and they were like 5, 6, 7 years back then, it's like, and then they tell you that, they have some stuff home to sign, so.
That's cool.
It is cool, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I made it all.
Now one day your players will be signing those things for people.
Yes, hopefully, I know it's a great honor and privilege. But.
Yeah. Well, again, thanks for taking time with us here on Soccer 605. Coach Clay Glasgow, Dakota Wesleyan University. Best of luck with the recruiting during this off season.
Thank you guys for taking the time to come down. I really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.